Welcome guys, welcome to a brand new video, and it still says 20 seconds on the board, but I'm not particularly bothered about that because we are now live once again guys for another round of career mode. We are here for the race for the United States Grand Prix right now, and welcome guys to the live streams as always. Anyway, it's the race section of the career mode side of things, and we are near the end of the season guys. And again, I just want to clear some things up if you didn't see the qualifying stream, that there is no face cam now for the rest of the series, just because it's a bit tacky on the screen and you can't see the results a bit clearly, which I did get a lot of complaints about, so that's why it's gone. But it will always be on the Race with the Sub streams, guys, so please make sure to have that in your mindsets. And for this race as well, we are driving in cockpit cam for the very first time in this series and on F1 2016 as well, which should be quite interesting. And I think it's the first time we've driven in cockpit cam since 2014. So it has been, what, 2 game cycles since the last one. So it should be quite exciting there. As we're in the pits, just chilling at the minute, and we're going to get ready right now. But also as well, guys, tonight at 6 PM will be a new video which will be going live, and it is a announcement of a new series going to be launching, guys, as of next week to run alongside the Nations Cup. And this series will be finishing on Saturday, guys, for Season 4. And I'm going to have a little bit of a break because I want to spend a bit of time with some modders and make the 5th season of Career Mode one of the biggest I've got planned. And a nice way to finish off the Career Mode series in Season 5 with little more GP, and until we go towards F1 2017, of course, on there as well. And Goodness Gaming's in the chat. Hayden, great to see you, my friend. Always lovely to have you on board on there. And I may bring back cockpit cam maybe down the line, Paolo. But for this one, we're going to see how it goes and what people's responses are. And then I may do another video just to go over things. But we have got the announcement, guys, at 6 PM, which I'm very excited about. So keep your eyes out for that. And tomorrow we've got a update video just to go through a few of the series stuff that gets announced. Obviously we've got this one tonight, and then it will go more into detail in tomorrow's video, as well as the Career Mode in Mexico. So keep your eyes out for those videos, guys. But without further ado, we're going to kick this off then with the United States Grand Prix. Please make sure, guys, to slap a like on this, share the stream out as well, as we are starting early. But the reason for that is I need to be done by at least 4:15. Because I am going out this evening and I won't have time to get the career mode done. So at least you're getting it now, but obviously it's starting a little bit earlier. So I do apologise to anyone that may be affected by this, but it is what it is. And at the end of the stream, guys, at the end of the race stream, you can come into the Discord, the official Discord for Ryan L83, where I'll be on for maybe 10 minutes afterwards to have a little bit of a talk with you guys, talk about a little Q&A session as well. So if you want to be in there, guys, make sure to join the Discord. It is in the description, and the mods will also post it in there for you guys as well. But now is the time for the United States Grand Prix, the 4th to last round of the championship, round 18 of the season. Let's crack on with the United States Grand Prix. It's going to be a belter, and it's race time. Here we go, guys. Sit back, enjoy, and here we go. Hello everybody and welcome to the F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube. We are here for episode 139 of Season 4 in Little More GP, and we've arrived at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas for the United States Grand Prix, round 18 of the season, and it's going to hopefully be a belter for you guys in this episode. And if you are wondering why this is a bit earlier than usual, I do apologise, guys, but I am out later this evening and I've got a big video coming out at 6 PM tonight, guys, so make sure to see that, guys. It is very important that you watch it. It's very important. In the last episode, guys, in Suzuka in Japan, we won on a very good tyre strategy call from our moderator Reese. So make sure to check that out, guys, on there. And I've just realised Discord is not in the description. Thank you very much, Kimmy, for reminding me. So the mods will probably spam it. In terms of rivalries, we've got beat Jenson Button, obviously. So we've now got Nico Hulkenberg as our teammate, and we're starting 10th on the grid for this race, so it's a bit, you know, disappointing really, but it is what it is. We pushed the car to its limits and we didn't really get where we are, but always we've known that the Performance comparison in the middle, which is completely fine. We can work on it for Season 5. And in the Constructors quickly, from our win in Suzuka, we're now up to P6 still. And we're hunting down Williams. The gap is 32 points. With 4 races to go, it is still possible. But in the Drivers' Championship, it is getting very tasty at the top of the standings, as there's 3 drivers in with a chance at the championship with 42 points in between of each other, and the Red Bulls at the top of the timesheets in qualifying, which you will see in a minute. Is going to be a very interesting race, this one. But who do you think will win the championship, guys? Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you want to get your favourite driver in the comments, and hopefully we'll win the championship. But we're in P8, which is a fantastic achievement for myself, as I want to stay in the top 10 by the end of the season. But we'll wait and see how that pans out. But our target today, guys, is, as always in these race streams, 100 likes or more will be amazing. And if we could smash that, guys, I may even do tomorrow 2 races, potentially. 2 races of Mexico and Brazil, if you want them. Then we'll go, if you know what, if we get over 150 likes, then we will do both rounds in tomorrow's streams. If not, then it will just be, tomorrow will be Mexico, and then Friday will be Brazil, and then Saturday will be the finale, which will be 100% for you guys as well. So that'll be very nice to have for a nice way to end the week there. But without further ado, it's time for the United States Grand Prix in cockpit cam for the very first time in the series, and the first time on F1 2016. As always, let me know, guys, where you think we will finish in this race. We're starting from 10th on the grid, but here, once again, is Anthony Davidson and Crofty to take you through the grid for today's United States Grand Prix. Here we go.
In 2012, America's on-again, off-again love affair with Formula One finally seemed to settle down with the completion of this wonderful racing facility here in Texas. Since then, we've been treated to some incredible races, including, of course, that classic wet-dry championship decider of 2015. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles an hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and at the end of the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're 2 very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Okay, you can brake late into 1 because of the incline. It's a slow corner though, so make sure you stay out of trouble. Good luck.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Wehrlein, Massa, Grosjean, Bottas,
Little more GP.
Gutierrez, Hamilton, Rio Haryanto, and Perez, Button, Alonso, Carlos Sainz, and Marcus Ericsson, Kvyat, and Magnussen, Nico Hülkenberg, and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we go, guys, on the grid now for the United States Grand Prix. Starting 10th place, we had a bit of a poor qualifying, I'm not going to lie, in Q3. But most importantly, alongside Max Verstappen, we're the only 2 runners in the top 10 starting on the soft tyre, which is very crucial. As you can see, we can do either a 2-stop or a 1-stop strategy. And you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of the medium, so if I'm honest with you, it's only 4-second deficit as well, and we've got safety car potentially. We will stick with the 2-stop. I think it's really, for me, to get us up the field, we need to be aggressive on strategy. So that's what we're going to be doing here. on the soft tyre, then the super softs, then the softs. I think it's the best strategy. I think it's going to go well. It's a dry race as well, so tyre wear is going to play very nicely for the soft tyres. And on your screen right now is the setup that I'm going to be running for this race. So if you want to use it, guys, get a pen and paper ready and write this down. But I will be doing at the end of the season a full setup guide for all the tracks that we've done in career mode, guys. So it is on your screen right now. If you want to use it, feel free. But if you want to wait till the actual video comes up for all the tracks, then I'm more than happy to let you guys do that. Remember, guys, our target is 150 likes on this if you want me to do both Mexico and Brazil tomorrow. If not, then it's completely fine, because I actually really want to, you know, and Matt says we're going to get a DNF. If you guys don't know, we are doing cockpit cam for the first time in the series and the first time on F1 2016. Adds a bit more realism to this series. It is a one-off, but I may bring it back at some point in the future. But we are now on the grid right now. So first experience of cockpit cam for a race. This is going to be fun. But anyway, here we go. Round 18 is go, and we're taking it very cautiously off the line. And we get a reasonable start, I've got to say, as we're down in P11. But we're just going to take it nice and easy into turn 1. Going to take it very cautiously. But we're up to 8th actually, so we've done a quite good start actually, being very cautious here. As we're in P8 at the minute, we've got a nice gap to Gutierrez as there's yellow flags going already behind us. So that's not a good start to the race for the AI, I'm not going to lie. But 8th is not too bad, so 2 positions gained on the start. Pascal Wehrlein though, up to P5 is a great job for Manor, but not good for me because there really are rivals in this championship right now, Manor. Obviously not racing anymore in F1. We're going to make a move on Massa as he's been held up there by Raikkonen, so we're going to make that move done. But not really, because Massa's had a better exit, but he's had a poor exit. We both had poor exits, but Massa's had a bigger one, and we're just going to go thank you very much, and we move up to P7. But Massa has got that OP Williams on him there, so we've got to think about that. And there's some battling going on. Pascal Wehrlein making a move on, I think that's Nico Rosberg. So Pascal Wehrlein, lads, is up to P4. What a start for Manor in this race. Not so good for me. As I said, mentioning about the championship in the constructors side of things, we really need to get ahead of Manor here, because I think Haryanto's in the top 10 as well, whereas Marcus Ericsson's somewhere down the pecking order. So we need to really push now. But not a bad start though for us, I'm not going to lie. So we are going to stick with the 2-stop. Very aggressive 2-stop strategy here for us, as Ricciardo is the fastest man on the track currently. So Ricciardo doing a good job here, but this is very crucial for both him and Max Verstappen in the championship. We're going to try and get past Raikkonen with a late move into turn 1, and we just about get it done there. Verstappen up to P3, I think he's in 3rd now. I think he's been overtaken by Sebastian Vettel, so not good for Max Verstappen fans in the chat, as Ericsson's in the pits already after 1 lap. So I think Ericsson must have had some contact somewhere, maybe at turn 1, but we'll wait and see later on in the debrief. As we're up to P6, obviously on the soft tyre. Obviously we know Verstappen's also on soft, so we're going to be following him, as we've got Raikkonen on our right on the back of us here. Just a little bit of a lock up, and there is Raikkonen there in the mirrors. Got to think about that, of course. Gonna have a nice run here on Nico Rosberg. So we actually could help here Max Verstappen and Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton maybe. We're just going to just stay back a little bit, hold station for now, and just see what we've got planned here. But nowhere, I can't see Hamilton anywhere really. I think he's behind us. A little bit of a moment there, and I think Hamilton's right down the order. So not a good start for Lewis Hamilton fans. For your man, he may not be second in the championship by the end of this race, as I think Verstappen now is under pressure from Rosberg ahead. But we're good where we are. We're just going to just chill for the minute and just go as we please. We can switch strategies. We can go onto the mediums if we want to, if we think it's the best call. If the safety car comes out, we will definitely do that. But for the time being, we are going to stick with the aggressive 2-stop strategy, just to help us really fight with the likes of Mercedes and Red Bull and Ferrari, if we're going to have a chance of winning this. But I think my aim is a top 5 in this race. Maybe I think Max is going to do maybe the 1-stop potentially. We took a poor line through there, I'm not going to lie to you guys. very poor line from us. As we've got Raikkonen 2 attempts back on us. So we're just going to take it so cautiously through this section. Raikkonen's right on the back of us now, you can see in the mirrors. I don't think he'll make a pass, but maybe he'll get us on the main straight potentially, unless we've got DRS on Rosberg. I don't think we're going to have DRS. Got to find out. We do indeed. The green light is flashing. As we're going to have a beautiful run here on Rosberg and Verstappen down the main straight. This brings back a little bit of memories from the last season. We're going to make the move done on both of them. And Rosberg's made the move on Verstappen as well. I think a little bit of contact was made between the two, but Rosberg's up to P5, we're up to P4. Pascal Wehrlein is in P3, and he's catching up to Sebastian Vettel as well. That's a surprise, I've got to say. Ricciardo still leads this, but he's got a massive gap to the cars behind him, so he's doing a very good job there for Red Bull, as he wants his championship contentions back. But Ricciardo leads, Vettel in second, Wehrlein in P3, and we've got DRS again on Pascal Wehrlein. As we're going to continue on. I think we're going to make a pass here into turn 1, so we're going to stay behind Pascal for now. Into turn 1. We're going to maybe hold station until we get onto the back straight where the DRS is. So we're going to go in lean, just cruise behind him here, Pascal, and just wait really until we get on that back straight where the DRS is implemented and just make the move on him. So we're purple in the first sector. Obviously that is kind of a good sign, but obviously the aid of DRS there on the main straight helped us a little bit. So Rosberg's now catching us up. Obviously he is on super soft, so I don't really expect to hold on to him anytime soon, but hopefully with some help from Pascal Wehrlein here, we can maybe get past him on lean, which would be quite something. But we are putting away from him, Rosberg, and even with lean mix, we're just about to pass Pascal Wehrlein. It's a little bit of a lock-up and we've run a little bit too deep, but we're getting the move done on Pascal. We're now up to P3 as we now hunt down Sebastian Vettel, the next man ahead of us in that prancing horse of Ferrari. We're just going to see how that pans out as Wehrlein's getting a bit under pressure now from, I think it's Rosberg now. And is that a Haas? I don't know if it's a Haas or not, or it's Raikkonen. I thought it was a Haas for a second. So Verstappen's going backwards, but Ricciardo's still out there on the super softs. As we'll continue on then to lap number 5 of this race. I've got to say, I'm doing pretty good in cockpit cam, not going to lie. Cockpit cam's not too bad. Just adds a bit more realism to the series a little bit, as Raikkonen's gone up past Rosberg now up to P4, which will help Ricciardo's expectations and close that gap down. I think he's like 41 points behind, I think, behind Nico Rosberg, so as many points as possible here would be great for him. We've only, well, 4 rounds as of this race. After this we've only got 3 to go. Mexico, Brazil, and obviously, of course, Abu Dhabi. As we have a bit of a big lock up there. Raikkonen's coming on the inside, and I think we've just about held it there. No, he's still with us. Side by side is Kimi, and this could be a move done there. He's actually with us, actually. You can just see by the thing there. And here comes Raikkonen. We have to try and outbrake him here if we can, but he's broke very well, and we're going to hold it around the outside if we can and defend third place, which we have done. So good move there from us. And good driving from the AI of Raikkonen, I've got to say as well, to keep it clean down the main straight and to keep it side by side as well. So it's very nice of Raikkonen's AI to be nice for once. Obviously we've had some history with Raikkonen, as you guys may be aware. We had some contact with Raikkonen at Singapore, so I think that time around was a bit clean. It was a lot cleaner than before. And still the AI aren't pitting, which is quite a nice sign for me, really. So it'd be nice to see how long those super softs can run for, to give us a bit of indication there. But we're still P3. Vettel's nearly 3 seconds up the road. So we'll just take that nice and smoothly into one. Maybe a bit aggressive on the steering inputs, but so far not too bad. From us here. So for this infield section, this gained a half a tenth on Vettel in the first sector, so maybe the super softs are starting to go off now for the guys around us, but Raikkonen's doing pretty well on his tyres if he's still keeping up with us. We make the corner this time perfectly. Hopefully this time around we can not get the engine power output failure thing that we've had as well. So make sure as well, guys, at the end of the stream you are more than happy to join us in the official Discord channel for Ryan83. It's completely free to join, and it's way of a way for you guys to get close to me and like interact with me and talk regarding YouTube, F1 related stuff, or anything in general. If you want to come along, it's in the script. It's in the comments, guys, of the Steve. I don't know what I'm saying right now. The moderators are spamming the links throughout the stream, so if you want to join, you're more than happy to. It's a lot of fun as well. As I ran a little bit too early there on the revs, as I had a thing pop on my telly saying it's going to turn itself off after like 10 minutes. So we'll continue on to lap 7. But yeah, it's a nice way to, I think they need to make the mirrors a bit more realistic. I do agree with you there. It just looks a bit, you know, I can't say the word really. I can't get it off the top of the tip of my tongue. But it needs to be improved, I think, the quality of the graphics in the mirrors, I think. But it is what it is. But it's nice to try out the cockpit cam for a change, and it's quite challenging, I've got to say. You've got to nail your apexes a bit better. I think this is good practice for anyone, so I have to say we're doing pretty good here to hold on to Raikkonen and Rosberg, who are both on super softs. We run a little bit deeper than a hairpin, but we just about hold it there. I'm pretty sure though they're going to be pitting very shortly, I think, off their used super soft tyres. Obviously fresh sets are going to be quite interesting to see how long they can go. So we'll see what they do. We may even do like a lap afterwards and just experiment maybe. So we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously if VSC comes out, then that's going to play a bit of an interesting mix into this race. But I've got to say, pretty happy with the pace at the minute. Obviously the super softs are going to be quicker, as you saw in qualifying. They're around about 6-7 tenths quicker than the soft tyre. So once we get onto the softs, super softs, as Vettel is the first man to blink, I think, in the race. I could be wrong, or it could be Ricciardo. It is Ricciardo actually, so both of them are in the pits right now. So lap 7, 8 laps is going to be how long these super softs will last. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on that. So we could maybe go 9 laps on them on a fresh set. Possibly. Which means we could do maybe one less stop on the softs, but we could maybe take a bit of a gamble with that, as we take a little bit of a cut there on the curb, which I know a lot of you have mentioned not to avoid the curbs, especially around here, because it just completely unsettles the car. I need to make sure of that for next time. We're going to go up to Rich now. So we have another lockup at the hairpin. Short shift. I'm up by 8 tenths of a second, as you can see on the steering wheel, which is quite good. It's a tough decision to make though, if we pit early or we pit around about lap. Oh, that was a big cut there, so we're going to back off there. Get the time back to what it was, which it is, as Grosjean, the French baguette on home patch for Haas, has retired from the race. What a shame that is for any American Yankee fans right now. But there could be a safety car, you never know, or a VSC, depending on where Grosjean's parked his car, is the next question. But he's not there at the minute, so... And again on the curbs there. I need to stop hitting the curbs. I think Raikkonen's going to come into the pits. He is indeed coming in. So we will take back the lead of the race. Well, actually take the lead of the race for the first time. So So let's get some hype in the chat, guys, for the lead of the race. Verstappen's still going to carry on. Just going to take very cautious lines right now. Obviously, the tyre wear's not doing too badly, I've got to say. It's not too bad. Remember, guys, as well, no flashbacks in the series, so if we crash, like retire, we retire from the race. So just before I clear that up, obviously to make it more realistic, of course, and we've even made it even more realistic. And I think this is Grosjean's car parked up on the right hand side. It's now gone. The green flags are now out. So we will now get back to green flag racing. Yep, we can do super. Well, actually, we don't. We can't, Chris, because we've used all the spare sets of super softs in qualifying, apart from one set. So I think it's a bit of a gamble to use a fresh set and a used set of super softs in the race. But we'll wait and see. I mean, still early days yet. But Verstappen's catching me. Actually, it's Lewis Hamilton, actually. So Hamilton's on the set of soft tyres as well. On a fresh set of softs. So he's going to try and go long into this race. So don't count Lewis Hamilton out yet as well. Forgot to mention about Lewis. He was outside of... he was knocked out of Q2. So if we can go to maybe lap 10, we'll probably pit at the end of this lap and jump onto some super softs for 7-8 laps. But Lewis Hamilton is on the charge right now. As you can see, the gap's coming down to 2.6 as he actually sets the fastest lap of the race as well. And Ricciardo sets the fastest lap as well, 41.6. Then Vettel sets a 40.8, so they are now on the charge now. The Red Bulls and the Ferraris. So we have to think now of pitting now, possibly, but we're going to jump onto a set of super softs next. This is where you need Reece Benjamin when you need him. Or we could maybe actually go for the one-stop strategy and attempt it, possibly, because I think the AI are going to do 2 stops. So I wonder what you guys think we should do. Maybe 1 stop, take the gamble. Or do we do 1 or 2 stops? We can switch up strategies, remember. So we have to take the gamble, even if it is mediums. We'll have to wait and see, but we have got those mediums in case of anything right now. Even though I'm not a big fan of the mediums, but if we have to try and win this race, we may have to take some gambles right now. So I think we're going to do the 1 stop. We're going to do the mediums, I think. We'll take the gamble. Even though we may be slow, we will have track position, obviously, once the AI pit again on for their final stop. Obviously, we've got the VSC to play with as well, and the safety car, if it does come out, of course. So all this to think about. I think that's what Hamilton and Verstappen are going to do, I think. And Alonso, they'll all probably do 1 stops, along with myself, as Raikkonen now sets the fastest lap of the race with a 40.8. We've got all that to think about now. Tyre wear isn't that of an issue right now, so we can maybe go a bit longer. Even though it's saying us to box this lap, we won't be boxing. We are pulling away though from Hamilton by a little bit. We can hear that Mercedes engine, as there is Hamilton in the mirrors. And Alonso may actually help us here, hold the pack up, so that's definitely something to think about. As you come down the straight, you make the corner nicely there. Run a little bit wide. Go through turn 8 very nicely there. Just got to keep an eye on the tyres. All 3, but 3 tyres apart from one of them are on 47. one of them's on 39, the front right, so we've done pretty well to avoid locking up the front right a bit, but the front left has had a beating so far. Hamilton's still staying out, of course. We're just going to carry on. So we'll wait and find out when Jeff wants us to box for the mediums. But we're doing a very good job here. Button's now up to P3. I think Alonso's pitted, so I think he's jumping onto the 2-stop. What we've got to do now is just pray we have a good pit stop and avoid getting passed by Hamilton in the pit stops. If this is going to work for us. To check on fuel as well in a minute. So lap 15 is when we're supposed to box, or somewhere around 10-15 laps. Fuel's looking pretty good as well, I have to say. 2.29 laps of fuel is not too bad, Ryan. So you've done pretty well to save some fuel in this race. And I think Ricciardo's just got past Jenson Button. So they're only 7 seconds behind, but as long as we stay out, of course, they're going to be doing another pit stop on the soft tyre, remember. So they will be behind us and they will be hunting us down. Like the likes of Ricciardo, Vettel, Raikkonen, all going to be hunting us down in the last few laps. But so far, not doing too badly, I have to say. But we will probably box maybe next lap to maybe get the undercut. I think Lewis Hamilton actually is in the pit lane, so we will have to react to that, actually. So we will box this lap to follow Lewis Hamilton. So we will box this lap onto the set of the medium compound, as he actually is on the mediums now, is Lewis Hamilton. So we're going to be making that switch now. Button still P3, so I think he's going to box this lap, or he may be boxing the end of this lap. But Hamilton there, boxing in that lap, means we're going to come in as well. And we've done pretty well on tyres. 13 laps on these soft tyres, not too bad, up to half distance. So we will box this lap onto a set of the mediums to the end of the race. So we're going to push this in lap now. And just see where we're going to come out. A safety car would be absolutely perfect right now. Or a virtual safety car actually would be perfect if we were into the penultimate corner. We could maybe get a jump here on the pack. So we'll wait and see. Vettel's on the super soft, so he's going to be jumping onto the softs. I wonder what Ricciardo's doing actually. Maybe he's going to be going on the super softs at the end of the stint potentially, but our tyres are going off here as we make a mistake in this last sector. So we will come out somewhere in that pack at the hairpin, coming into the slow double left-hander hairpin. So we're going to come into the pits then, this time by. And it's going to be hopefully a good stop here from the boys, as we're going to make our one and only pit stop. Thank you, Hulk, for your very nice comment. As we have got McLaren also out in the pits for Jenson. Come on, guys, get me out before Jenson comes down. It's another 2.9 stop. Disappointing there from the boys, as we'll be coming out somewhere, I think, in peace, as Hamilton's jumped us, actually. It's a bit disappointing. And we've even been jumped by Pascal Wehrlein as well, but I think Wehrlein will be pitting again. But Hamilton, a bit annoyingly, is ahead of us, so we have to get a bit of our backsides into gear and try and hunt down Lewis Hamilton now with our nice freshly set mediums now for the end of the race. Got to go all the way now to the end unless a safety car pops up around, so we'll wait and see. Make the switch onto a fresher set of tyres. I think Bottas has got damage behind. So we'll try and get a nice run here on Pascal Wehrlein. And we do indeed. Yeah, nice engine performance we've had on the car. We'll go past Pascal Wehrlein up to P6. And we're pulling away from him now. Oh, and Pascal Wehrlein's just pinned us. Pascal Wehrlein's just spun us round. And we've got a safety car as well. We've got a safety car. Pascal Wehrlein actually is out of the race as well from that. And the safety car is out, lads. Not what I wanted, but... Oh, Wehrlein spinning us there, which brings out the safety car. So... Oh, that's not what we want. We're going to slow this down. We're going to box anyway. We're going to jump onto the soft tyres. We know we can get them to the end of the race. No point going on the super softs because there's no real point. But we're going to box and jump onto some soft tyres. Take this advantage now while the safety car's out until the field catches up. So we'll box. And this is going to help quite a load of people behind as well. So we are going to take a bit of an advantage here. That's we'll box. Get a new front wing as well, hopefully. Maybe not. We'll have to take a gamble with that. So we're going to pit soft tyres on. Didn't want me to change the wing, so it looks like there's no problem with that. So we're in 10th place, so we're back to where we were on the grid, but we won't have to make another pit stop. So this is going to help us massively right now. It's going to help people behind as well, who have made their final stops, who are now on the medium. So as long as we can get these softs to the end of the race, which they are, because they're a brand new set, we're going to be good here. That's Ericsson's in the pits. As we're going to catch up for the safety car now. But a bit naughty there from Pascal Wehrlein, not going to lie. So, which actually brought the safety car out because of his spin. I think he had damage from Verstappen as well. I think Verstappen ploughed into the side of him, and I think that's what caused his crash to happen. So we didn't get a front wing, but I think it's for the best really. Even though it says we should repair the wing, it never transpired. So that's one thing I think Cody's need to fix with this game, I think. So we are the first ones, I think, to box. There's some damage there. I think Vettel will pit this lap as well. I've got a feeling Vettel's going to be the only one to box, as he was on the super soft tyres. So he will jump onto the soft tyres as well. He would come down the pecking order, but we are in a very good position here, as being the first ones to pit under the safety car. As I said that, I think Sebastian Vettel is in the pits. I'm pretty sure he is. It's actually Raikkonen in the pits. So Raikkonen boxes off from the super softs. He'll go into the soft tyres. So we're going to go ahead of him here. As there is Raikkonen on the medium tyre as well. So at least we've got rid of that. So we're now up to P9 with damage on the front wing, which we never got changed unfortunately because the game doesn't want me to, even though we clicked yes. But we'll see how this goes. It's going to be a 10-lap shootout, I think. A 10-lap shootout right now for this last part of the race. So we'll see if this is going to work for us. We know we can pull 13 laps on used soft tyres, so I think we can get to the end on the the soft tyre, sorry, to the end of the race. So this has worked out very nicely, actually. We've got to back off here, off Gutierrez. Pascal Wehrlein from Nick. Could see some surprising results here if everyone pits. That's the next question. People around us are on medium tyres. AI doing what they do best. Yep. So the safety car still going around. May box next lap, I think. We could go this lap, I'm not sure. But at least we're in lean for a bit, save some fuel as well, and also save a bit of tyre wear as well behind the safety car, and then we can absolutely go rich all the way to the end of the race, I feel. With coming up for 12 laps to go in this race. So make sure, guys, to slap a like on the video if you want more of this series, as we're coming to the end of Season 4 now, with little more GP. And yeah, that's all I can say. We've got a video coming up at 7 PM this evening of a new series going to be launching next week. I've got a thing about Hamilton as well. Hamilton on the mediums as well. I forgot about that. Hamilton's going to be leading this, as he's on the medium tyre, so he's going to be going to the end of the race. So Hamilton's got a great chance here of winning this race, but we have as well, because we're going to be on the quicker tyre at the end until the end of the race, of course. I've got Hamilton pitted a lap before me, so I'll have to wait and see. This is PC, Urian. It's PC, as this is how I can mod myself into the career mode stuff with little more GP, replacing the Sauber and having a Mercedes chassis on it. Thank you, Schumacher, for clearing that up. It is with the Mercedes chassis, yes it is, indeed. So I'll clarify that. As I think the safety car will be coming in this lap, guys, so we're going to see quite a few more people in the pits, I think. I could be wrong. So it will be coming in this lap, I think, the safety car, so we have to get our tyres ready, get those brakes warmed up, get them up to temperature, as it's going to be a 11 lap shootout right now for this race. Obviously Hamilton's going to be the one that we have to really think about here of winning this. Everyone else in front of us, I think, hasn't pitted yet. We're on medium tyres, so we've got to be thinking about that. So we've got to get as close as possible to the pack right now if we've got any chance of getting past these guys. Going to get that up to Rich Mix as well, get prepared. Safety car's still out. As he's coming around the penultimate corner, he's going to be diving off. We can't go until the green flag rises, which I think is going to happen right now as they come out the final corner. So here we go. We go racing, so we can make the moves now. Down the inside on Gutierrez. So we've got one move done as someone's in the pit lane. So we're up to 8th now. So now the task begins right now. So we've got Alonso, we've got Jenson Button as well. We've got everyone in front of us on medium tyres, I think. So they're all going to be fine. We've got a yellow flag out in the turn 1 again, so there could be another safety car coming, potentially, which we don't want, of course. Got green flag now wave, so we can maybe go for some overtakes. We've got Carlos Sainz next.
Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output.
At least we've gone further with the engine playing nice to us. We've got to make a move now on Sainz down the inside. A late move into the hairpin. We get it done. Got to give him some space. It is still blinking, and he backs off, so we get the move done. As we're going to get in the slipstream of Alonso, this should be an easy pass if there was DRS, but no DRS just yet. But the McLaren's not looking strong this season, so we should be able to get past them quite quickly if we can. A little bit of a lock-up, as they're all next to each other. I think that's Verstappen leading it, I think, or it could be Ricciardo. I can't tell who it is, but a Red Bull is leading this. Rosberg's in P4. With a triangle around the outside of Fernando Alonso now at this corner. Not an overtaking position, but what a move that is round the outside of the Spaniard. What a move that was. As we move up to P6, we just had the grip on the outside on the soft tyre, and we made that absolutely perfect there. That is a top 5 overtake worthy submission, but it's offline, so I can't, put it in there. So what a move that was by us. So we're now up to P7. As we've run wide though at turn 1, got to be careful of Alonso here. We don't want to be making contact with another Spaniard. And we just about hold on to P6. So a bit of a mistake there at turn 1. Not gonna lie. Obviously McLaren not looking strong in real life. Apparently it's worse than 2015 was, which is kind of worrying for any McLaren fans. But the top 5 all close to each other, which will help us. Because we'll just have to take it so cautiously to preserve the tyres as well as we get to the end of that one. But Max Verstappen mode engaged. But nice to see you guys supporting the move. Could be the overtake of the series, I have to say, of the season as well. And the overtake of the actual 4 seasons of career mode. But there is another safety car. We're going to jump onto Super Softs. We're going to just have to take the advantage of even VSC as well. We've got to think about that virtual safety car if we get the pack spread out. But there's been some more contact. We've got yellow flags out still.
The track is clear.
And it's now been given the green flag. But as I said, we're just taking it easy to start off with. So we're just going to get a little bit of confidence in this car and attack the guys in front. Obviously it's all big runners apart from Jenson Button, unfortunately. And the DRS has now been enabled. We've still got yellow flag out, so I don't know what's going on. Taking a little bit of curb there at turn 1.
Marcus has punctured a tyre.
Oh, Marcus.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS.
Marcus Ericsson, unfortunately, has a puncture, so that's not a good day for him for Little More GP. Obviously, we have to consider his future unless we get someone else in the team. But we're right on the back of Jenson Button now. This could be an overtake, lads, with DRS, so it could be into the top 5, which was my target for this race. We get a good exit as well with the traction. Look at the speed difference between me and the Honda, and we got past him already before we even got DRS. So we're up to P5 now. Next up is Nico Rosberg. Next, and look at them all fighting for position for the lead of the race as well. And if they keep fighting, it's going to help us.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds.
As we get purple in the middle sector now. Bit of a different line than we normally take that double left-hander. We are now pushing now for the next car in front, which is Rosberg. Hamilton's also in that. Vettel's, I think Raikkonen's in it actually. I'm not sure if it's Raikkonen or Vettel. And obviously Daniel Ricciardo, who has led this race for the majority of it. And I think he's in 2nd place. So we're only about 3 seconds behind the train right now, so we've still got 8 laps to go. So anything can happen in this race. Could still win this, thanks to a safety car, but we'll wait and see. Let's go through the Maggots and Beckett's complex. We go purple in the first sector. We are now on the charge now. I think the tyres are now at their optimal range for this soft tyre. And we're just getting the groove now. We've already pulled a bit of a gap to Jenson Button behind. And it helps us the fact that they're all fighting the top 4 are in that train. And remember, if they're in a train, they're going to brake really early for corners. So we've got to think about that. No DRS, unfortunately, but that's not an issue for us. As I think there's a pass going on. Rosberg's going for a move down the inside of Sebastian Vettel. And Rosberg gets it done. There's been a bit of contact as well between the two of them as they're going side by side. Next corner, this is going to help us. Oh, and they've made contact again. Oh, and there's even more contact. I'm not liking this. We're like, thank you for the positions. Thank you very much. We'll take them. As we get past Vettel and also Nico Rosberg. And we move up to P3. So a double overtake there thanks to both Vettel and Rosberg colliding with each other. So we're now up to P3 in the podium positions as Ricciardo takes the lead of the race from Lewis Hamilton. And let's just hope for the championship perspective, Rosberg gets overtaken again by Vettel, because that will help out. You know what, we'll pull out of the slipstream, let Vettel try and make a pass on him. Possibly. So now up to P3. So a bit cheeky there from Rosberg, but Vettel was also cheeky as well. So the two Germans having a bit of a squabble between each other. Turning too early there. particularly well on the curves, but 2 seconds now with the gap between Lewis Hamilton and myself. Hamilton also in the championship hunt as well, so this is going to help him if he beats Rosberg with, after this one, 3 races to go of the season. So we're a little bit deep at the hairpin. On the curbs though, it's going to slow us down a little bit. We'll just check tyres. Not too bad. We have got that damage, remember though, guys, on the front wing, which will hinder us on downforce. So apart from that, just got to turn the steering angle a little bit and also brake a bit early for the corners to make it stick. So the gap's 2.6 seconds now to Lewis Hamilton. And I think the damage is coming now. I can feel the effects of it now. So we can't really give it 100% that we should be doing. So we're a little bit wide down that corner. So we are under pressure now from Rosberg. And once again, like they are in real life, Honda have got issues with their car, as Alonso has got problems. So that's not good, considering that Alonso was high up the field as well. So that's a bit of a disappointment for any McLaren fans. Still 2.4 is the gap, as we went purple in the first sector, so we are really going to go for it now. We've only, what, 6 laps to go, 5.5 laps to go at this point. They're still fighting though for the lead. Hamilton just holding on to Daniel Ricciardo. And so we're just basically carrying both Rosberg and Vettel, and I think there's going to be a pass here for the lead. It is indeed, as Hamilton took the inside. And they're still going side by side, Hamilton and Ricciardo, and I think Hamilton's took the lead of the race. He has indeed. So Lewis Hamilton back into the lead of the race as we've gone purple in the middle sector. Trying to make this corner.
Hamilton's just made a move for first.
So exchange positions for the lead. Trying to hold on here through there. Sebastian Vettel slowly going backwards right about now. So we're just going to try and hold on here for P3 here, if I'm honest with you. I just think the Mercedes and the Red Bulls are too quick for us. Remember, we are the 5th fastest team, so 6th fastest team. And that damage we picked up that the guys didn't really change hasn't helped us. Which is a bit of a shame really, because I would have liked the front wing fixed. But they might have deemed it completely fine to continue on. So the gap's now nearly exactly 2 seconds now to Ricciardo. As here comes Rosberg and Raikkonen, Vettel, sorry. And I think we're catching up to Ricciardo, I think, slowly, but we're bringing Rosberg and Vettel back into the party right now. So this is going to be quite an exciting end to this race with 4 laps to go at the line. Oh, and now Button's got problems. Not a good sign for McLaren, I've got to say. So we have a bit of a cheeky lock-up. But I think the damage we've picked up from Pascal Wehrlein is just not going to help us, I'm afraid. Just struggling for grip now with the damage. We really need Ricciardo to get back up to Hamilton and fight. That's the only thing that's going to help us here win this race, really. And they are, and actually Ricciardo's catching up again, so it's definitely a good sign for any Ricciardo fans. But as long as we can stay behind Rosberg, then that's quite an achievement, considering he is the championship leader. and put us in some good moves going into Season 5, that we can at least hold up at least one Mercedes driver. As I think the mediums are coming into play now in terms of grip. Bit of a cheeky line there. Rosberg's coming back again. We're just doing everything in our power now to hold on. But it just shows you that our car is not up there to fight with the Mercedes and the Red Bulls just yet. But we are getting there. Edwin, thanks for subscribing as well, mate. Thank you. Welcome aboard. As I think... Oh, they're still battling, actually. Ricciardo's just made a pass, and that is a big corner cut there. No idea why we didn't get penalised or a warning. Go on, lads. Keep fighting side by side. That would do us nicely. Just close the gaps down as Ricciardo now leads this race. Right now.
Ricciardo's taken the lead.
Just trying to really get here. We're starting to see signs of degradation and grip in our soft tyres now. It's in the mid-30s now. That's when we're going to start to see a little bit of signs. Fuel's completely fine. We've still got like 5 laps worth of fuel. But the gap is now down to 2.3 from the lead to us right now. Gotta just keep going right now. We've got 3 laps remaining in this race, and they're only just there as well. But we've done a fantastic job, have we, in this race. In cockpit cam as well for the first time. It's not too bad, but I think you do need to practice a little bit with this just to get familiarised, and it helps you just learn to hit the curbs more. The apex is a bit easier. So we're doing pretty well here to hold on. Unless the Mercedes have got some, Rosberg especially could put a spanner in the works. I'll take a podium finish, but even in 5th place, you never know. I'll take 5th place, but I think Hamilton's going for the move again. No, he's not. Or is he actually? I think he is actually. Bit of a correction there. They are still going at it, actually. Still going side by side. Are the two for the lead of the race, and I think Ricciardo's just about held on there. Just giving it everything we've got right now. Back end there, sliding out on our car. We'll keep it in 5th gear actually for this corner and just see if we can get any time, which I think we have. Just trying to hold on. As our tyres, I think, are at that point now where they're just going to lose performance. 2 laps to go. Still holding on here. Hamilton's still in P2. Holding on for dear life. Still got plenty of fuel in the car though, so it's completely fine. Again, we go purple in the first sector. Not going to be any difference though, if I'm honest with you guys. As Rosberg's closer than he has ever been before since the safety car. We've gone wide though at the hairpin. Rosberg's made the move, and we just get pushed out there by Rosberg a little bit, and Rosberg's up to P3 and gets DRS, but we're like, nah. We're going to go side by side with Rosberg down the straight. We're trying to hold on here for P3, which could play a massive factor in the championship actually if we stay ahead of Rosberg. And we hold on just about, but I think we have to concede. We're not going to win this race now, unfortunately, but we can try and hold off Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel and get a podium here, which would still be a great achievement for us and would help us in the Constructors' Championship as well, close that gap to Williams in P5 as well, to think about that as well. As we come out of the penultimate corner, as we are about to start the final lap of this race here in the Circuit of the Americas. Hamilton leads the race actually with 1 lap to go. Can Ricciardo pick up a win here? Hamilton will be very happy right now if he wins this race and Rosberg's down in P4. and would help him in his championship actually, Lewis. So we'll have to wait and see. Tyres are starting to go off a bit. They're getting close. Oh, that was a bit of a poor line there, Ryan. What are you doing? Got to check on fuel as well. Oh, we're fine on fuel, so we don't have to worry about that. Poor line again from myself. Not what I wanted to do. We just got to get the hairpin absolutely spot on here. As we just got no grip in the tyres. The tyres are coming off. Lost performance. Here comes Rosberg. So we can make the hairpin. We should be fine here. And avoid the curbs. And we have done. We're going to have to pull out of it, the slipstream. Come on, Vettel. You can do me a favour here. Get past Rosberg. Luckily, Rosberg's not getting any slipstream from me.
Okay, some information on button. They're speeding up.
Oh, we've run wide. Don't do that now, Ryan. Come on, hold off. Hold off Rosberg. Come on. Nearly there. Of getting a podium. An unlikely podium, I'm going to say. I was thinking top 5 would be realistic for me. But we're doing very well to hold off here. With our tyres going off the cliff right now. Just lost performance there, but we took the gamble. The damage as well on the front wing, that didn't get changed, which was a bit annoying, but Hamilton will win the race here. Deserving winner, and I think he's going to get driver of the day anyway. Ricciardo comes home in second, but we're going to come home in P3. A podium finish for the team. A great performance there from us. What a drive, P3, and that will do us nicely there. So, nicely done there from the team. Great job.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
So Hamilton wins, and there is a beautiful sight there. We are on the podium again, with my favourite driver in second, of course, Daniel Ricciardo, if you don't know. And we get some spray on us there. But Hamilton, a big win for him in the championship fight, which you will find out momentarily. But once again, here's Crofty and Anthony Davidson once again to take you through the championship status.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton.
Fair play.
You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So here are the results then for the United States Grand Prix, round 18 of the championship in Season 4. Lewis Hamilton wins by only half a second from Daniel Ricciardo, with us in P3 holding on just on ahead of Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel with a strong performance from 10th on the grid. I will take that very nicely. Bottas in P6, Perez in 7th, Max Verstappen from pole dropping down to 8th place, so disappointing performance there from Max, I have to say, and this could really hurt his chances of winning the championship, with Esteban Gutierrez getting 2 points for Haas in the home patch and Massa getting the last points playing position. But the rest of the field is on your screen right there, guys, if you want to know where your favourite driver finished, with Grosjean, the French Baguette, and Pascal Wehrlein, the 2 retirees of this race. But what does that mean for the championship? Rosberg now 11 points ahead now of Lewis Hamilton with 3 races to go. I think, if I'm honest, Max Verstappen's now out of the running, along with Daniel Ricciardo. So really, if I'm honest, it's a 2-way scrap between the 2 Mercedes drivers, I'm not going to lie. We've moved up to P7 ahead of our rival Nico Hülkenberg by a point, and we're only 18 points off Sebastian Vettel and 23 points off Kimi Räikkönen, so you never know, we could even finish in the top 5, potentially, which would be exciting. And I forgot to look at the constructors because I'm a bit of a fool there, so I am so bad with that. So we're going to look at the constructors while we're back in the garage quickly. So that's a bit of a flop for me, so we want to see some bottles in the chat, guys, with that, with my dismal performance there. Not bothered about the resource points because I'm not bothered about that because we've C-Star and D on there. But the rival challenge, we've absolutely smashed it. 15 place free to Hülkenberg, and we won't bother about that because we're still in the purple. But we're about to find out the constructors quickly, and then we'll wrap things up as the sun begins to set in the background there of the glorious track there. But we're still P6, but the gap is now 26 points between us and Williams with 3 races to go. So it's completely my bad there on my front that we had to do that. But that will wrap up today's episode, guys, of career mode, guys. And the next round, which will be tomorrow, guys, is at Mexico, a track that we haven't had good history on. So we hope to change that around for tomorrow, guys. It will be up around about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock UK time. So make sure, guys, to keep your eyes peeled out for that in your sub boxes. And click on the bell as well next to my YouTube thing as well if you want to not miss out on the notification squad as well on there. And keep an eye out for a video at 6 PM tonight, guys, for a exclusive first look at a new series going live tonight. Well, the announcement's tonight, but the series will launch next week. So keep an eye out on that, guys. But if you want to join me in Discord, guys, I'll be in there now for about 10 minutes. And then I will be off on my merry ways. But make sure to slap a like on this video and subscribe for more F1 career mode on this channel, guys. The more likes we get, the more subscriptions we get, the more it encourages me to keep making this content for you guys. Because I love making it. You guys like it. And also as well in the comments, let me know if you want more cockpit cam as well. I forgot to mention that. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching this. And until the next video, have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are around the world. I shall see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Career Mode series. Until then, it's goodbye from me. Take care, guys, and see you later. Toodles!